All right. Genuinely, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of pissed. I'm kind of pissed right now, Lord. I get it. These changes have yet to come to the game, but I don't care. I'm gonna make my video on it, y'all, because yeah, I'm gonna make my video on it until y'all got mine until Ancient makes his. If he makes one, I'm assuming he'll make one eventually or something. I don't know. He always talks about the changes or whatever. I'm gonna talk about mine now. I'm gonna talk about it, and all I got to say is that this shit is pissing me the fuck off. All right, okay. So I'm gonna move past the Amari, the Taylor, Rant, all them other people who got changes. The big three that we're gonna talk about are the big three that were in the thumbnail: Empress, Possessed, and Showstopper. All right. So cause oh my goodness. Okay, whatever. Let's get into Possessed, because Possessed is the one that I have the least to say about for real. So we're just gonna get into Possessed. Possessed practically kills Stalker. I don't care what anybody fucking says. You can say whatever the fuck you want to me. I don't give a fuck. Why would you want to play Stalker when you can literally play Possessed? Oh, Stalker has her ability off the rip and yada yada and bloody bloody. That's not changing anything, because it's not impossible to get downs as Possessed. This change is fucking stupid. Why do this? Her passive wasn't the problem. Honestly, if anything, let's give it a shot. Let's go ahead and give it a shot, Brenda. Let's see how broken. Let's see if she'll be broken if you allow her to attack immediately after TPing. If anything, she should be rewarded for predicting them properly, because it's not that hard to avoid her TP. I'm just saying. Remove everything. Like, remove the speed buff she gets after it, and just make her lunge after it immediately, because this fucking isn't it. I agree that she definitely needed a buff, but this was not the fucking buff. This shit is ass. All right? Why the fuck is she allowed to fucking predict, like, oh my god, why are you letting her be better than fucking Stalker? Okay, it's really pissing me off how she is not a stealth killer, but she has a better stealth than Stalker. Okay, like this is just aggravating. This is so fucking stupid. I don't care. Her stealth is the best stealth in the game. You don't know. First off, you don't know when she's gonna stealth. Now you can't even really track her stealth properly like you could before. So now she's just all at general, all around, just better. She's just better than Stalker, okay? Why would like, all the maps that Stalker does good on, she just does better, all right? The Stalker stealth is just ass cheeks at this rate. Stalker's already still kind of booty, and then y'all do this, and this practically kills her. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. And then what's honestly aggravating me the most out of this is the fact that she can stack them. Okay, I get it. She has a cooldown, as Brenda said. She'll have a cooldown on it, so she can't just one. She can't just do it back to back to back to back. But that's not changing the point that she has one waiting in the fucking refrigerator for her after that timer is over. We don't know how long this is gonna last. We don't even know if it's going to go on cooldown the moment she pops the ability. So she could still have stealth while the ability is doing its little cooldown sitcho. Who knows what that's gonna do? It's not changing the fact that she can stack. All right, and then let there be an Iris on the field. That just gives you a little bit more stacks. Okay, and then what's really aggravating me is this makes unsafe gens completely almost a kill, almost a guaranteed kill if she is on the field. Okay. Someone brought up the idea like, oh, she's not going to be that broken because of this. Just go to open spots of the map. Well, here, let me go ahead and tell you the exact flaws of all of that. So here's the first flaw. You do all of the gens that are safe, right? Now you are left with the unsafe gens that are left in there. So you basically just let her practically get easy downs. You left all the unsafe ones, and now they're extremely more unsafe when she pops her passive ability, which, mind you, again, we don't know when she pops that. We won't know. We won't know when she pops that, mind you. So, and like Stalker, it wouldn't be that much of a problem if we didn't know she had her stealth, because she's basically debuffing herself to give her a buff in another area. She just simply has got everything. She's got her normal base walking speed, her normal base lunge speed, all right? And then you don't know when she pops it. So that's just broken. While with Stalker, if you were to just do that on her, it would be different because she's still kind of nerfed down a little bit. All right? Anyways, besides the fucking point, So now you've done all the unsafe ones. Now you're left with the unsafe ones. So now it's going to be a struggle to do those gens already off the rip. It's going to be a struggle to fucking do those gens. Then next, okay, well, let's not refer to a gen standpoint. And let's just say, oh, let's go to an open area where we can keep tabs on her. Well, I'll have you know that that's not helping your team. And if everybody does that, no one's working on a fucking gen. So you're just helping the killer out, because how you escape, your only means of escape other than the mist is finishing generators. All right? So, like, this was not a needed change. Her passive ability isn't the fucking problem. And I don't understand how long it's going to take them to fucking realize that. But whatever. We're done here with Possessed. I don't want to talk on this anymore. This basically just kills one of my mains, and it's honestly, it's just pissing me off. Because why the fuck would you want to play Stalker when she exists? Like, literally, there's no reason to really play Stalker when she's on the field at all. But anyways, next, let's talk about the next one. All right. We're getting into the next one. We're going to talk about Empress. I got shit to say about this shit. This change did not solve her problem. This does not solve the problem that Empress has. I could simply make an entire video talking specifically on the Empress situation, but I don't want to do that right now. But if it comes down to it, then I will. But I'll just take my time to explain the base knowledge of this situation. Other than the fact that this has not doing anything. This isn't doing anything. Oh, okay, I can't tack for 1 second after I pop my lunge, whether I hit somebody or don't hit somebody. It's not helping. That's not her fucking problem. Her problem is how she simply denies chase. With her singular ability, if she catches you lacking in the fucking alleyway, it's raps, nigga. It's raps for you, okay? If she has her ability, it's raps. She has little to no counters, and all her counters are situational counters. That is not good. That's not healthy for a fucking killer. With the only way to fucking counter them is for it to be a situational counter, okay? Because I'm getting sick and tired of you people bringing up the stunners in this game, or you can just weave around her ability in this game. I'm getting sick of that. I'll get into that point in a second, but I'm simply getting sick of you people that are mentioning that. Empress's number one problem is the fact that she's over buffed for her era right now. Before, the buffs made sense because we were stuck in an infinite loop meta. All right, infinite looping. Practically every map had an infinite loop during her time, so it was okay. And on top of that, not many people played her anyways, so no one really acknowledged how broken she already was anyways after the changes. But she was still pretty good even during the infinite loop meta before she got those changes. Now she has changes that are overdid for the current meta that she's in right now. Like, these changes are absolutely over. Like, you need to revert back to pre-buff Empress or do some changes. Okay, I mentioned some changes. I'm gonna put them up on the screen right there. I mentioned some changes because I don't want to spend too much time talking about them. But I mentioned those changes, all right? So now let's get into something else that a lot of people that's honestly aggravating my soul too at that. You guys are talking shit on her passive. Her passive is not ass, okay? I'm getting sick of y'all motherfuckers talking about that. Her passive honestly is really good. It's helping her. It's not the best gen progression passive in the game, but it's not as bad as people are making it out to be, and you're fucking stupid if you think that it isn't. It's honestly pissing me off. If you actually know how to play around the fucking passive, then you know what you're doing, nigga. Okay? If you're not playing around, I literally simply by whoever is saying the passive is good is not, I can tell how you're playing Empress, and you are not playing her properly if you are not utilizing your passive ability. Utilize it when you fucking can, nigga. Patrol it when you fucking need to, nigga. Okay? Like, her passive isn't that bad. It's the fact that she is a chase killer who is given that too. So a lot of people then go on to mention and talk about how she is just a weak link when she doesn't have her dash. That is a false statement, bitch. Accusations, nigga. That is false. And for any of you guys who are believing them, do not believe them, because it is a false fucking statement. I'm gonna tell you exactly how it's false. She has a slightly below average speed for a killer. Okay, she has a good lunge, and on top of that, she has a pretty big hitbox. Okay, she's with Slasher when it comes to big hitboxes on your fucking lunge. Yes, she has a big hitbox on her lunge, by the way, mind you. Okay, so she's not that bad, honestly, even without the ability. And on top of that, if you're actually taking your time to control the gens when your ability isn't off cooldown, then you're just being dumb. because you should already, with every killer, be patrolling gens, just some killers do it better. You should now take your time after that chase to actually start patrolling your gens, especially your tech-mated ones, which can help you save games. They have saved me multiple games before. Well, not multiple, but they have saved me a few games in the past. So her passive ability isn't bad, and it can come in clutch if anything. And it's honestly pissing me off that a lot of y'all people managed to go on and say that. Now let's go ahead and get into her fucking counters, because a lot of y'all seem to be fucking sped and don't know her counter, how her counters fucking work, okay? Mamo is not a good counter for her. For any of you people who are saying that, you're fucking retarded. I don't give a fuck. That is not a good counter for her, okay? Mamo is by far one of the easiest ways to counter it. Like, Empress can simply counter Mamo if the Empress has a fucking brain. It is not that hard to counter the Mamo. Simply just don't dash when she has her bat out, okay? So now either what's gonna happen is you're gonna be forced to use your bat on me when I get close enough to lunge on you, which does end up happening, or which causing you to be a weak link after your bat is gone, or I can just dash and forcefully make you use your bat on me and then hit you and have a shorter cooldown on it, because the cooldown doesn't get shorter on downs or kills, it gets shorter on hitting someone. If I hit you, then that's how that works, hun. And so if I hit you even during your little iframes, that counts. So I will get a shorter cooldown in your bat. My cooldown will be half your bat cooldown, and I will get my dash back before you get your bat back, giving me time to make a play strategically the moment I need to fucking make it. Mamo is not a good counter for her. Kyle, you can mention Kyle, but Kyle's not even that much of a good counter for her either. It's the same way with fucking Mamo. Simply just wait out the trap. You are by far weaker than Mamo when your trap is gone. If anything, the only real good counter, one of the best counters to Empress, the only real counter for real to Empress is Linden. Linden is by far the only real counter to her, because he can keep up with her. He literally can keep up with her. The only problem is that his ability cannot be procced on himself, causing that to be a problem. If he gets tunneled, then it's wraps already. But I'll get into that in a second. If she hits her dash, she gets a shorter cooldown. If he gets a protection hit, his ability gets a shorter cooldown. Your cooldown is shorter than her cooldown if you get a correct hit. Meaning you have your ability up by her next dash if you blocked a dash. If she missed her dash and you missed your parry, then guess what? Your cooldown is around the same cooldown as hers. So you will be getting your parry back by around the same time that she gets her dash back. So he's the only one who can actually keep up with her consistently. And it's not that hard to predict her dash, because you can quite literally see it. So he's the only one that actually simply lets your teammates actually transition if you are going against the Empress. He is one of the best counters to Empress. Simply is one of the best counters to Empress, and that is just a factual statement. This is coming from someone who's been maining Empress from day one. So I don't want to hear shit coming from anybody else, because it is true. All right, her counters are ass and situational as fuck. Okay, so yeah, and if for any of you people who are the ones saying, oh well, just play Mamo, nigga, I cannot fucking see what killer is going to be played before I pick my fucking survivor. Are you fucking stupid? It's literally pissing me off. You cannot be this fucking stupid. You simply cannot be this fucking stupid. You're doing nothing but proving my point and anyone else's point who is mentioning this. You are proving the fact that I have to play a specific character in order to counter said character. That is bad game design. That is simply bad game design. Why do y'all think Overwatch is failing right now? That is bad game design, guys. It's just stupid. In certain situations, that's okay to have a character that specifically counters another character to keep the game healthy. But in an asymmetrical horror game, that doesn't work, nigga. I'm sorry, but that doesn't work. You can't have a specific character prevent, especially a killer, from doing something. Not a killer. What the fuck am I talking about? That's not what I meant. You just can't have a specific character that just completely makes a character obsolete, which we're going to talk about in a second, which we will be talking about in a second. But simply just fix the actual problems with Empress, because she simply press E to win fucking chase. I don't feel like a skilled player anymore when I'm playing Empress like I used to, because she's so easy. A literal level 1 can do what I was doing before then. This shit is so fucking stupid, it's pissing me off. All right, we're done. That's enough on Empress. Let's get into the next one, because this, oh Lord. All right, okay, so we're into the last one, and this is Showstopper. They have actually buffed Showstopper. Yeah, that wasn't a nerf that she received. It was that little revamp she got. They literally buffed her. It's a buff. Okay, I don't give a fuck what nobody has to say. It is a buff. If you don't, so a lot of people were saying, oh, well, at first most people thought she was weak, but that's just simply because I didn't understand how Roblox speed works. If you don't know, you move at 16 studs. You move at 16 studs. That's the average walk speed for Roblox. It's 16 studs a second or something like that, which averages to basically, which would mean you would be needing ×4 speed. So meaning that the average base walk speed on Roblox is ×4. So anything that were to boost speed would get times by that multiplier. So that would increase speed by times that thing. It's not adding, it's by times that. It's based off of Roblox speed, not Daybreak speed, because they can't really control that. This is based off of Roblox speed, meaning that instead of moving at, I believe, 7.8 like she used to, she now moves at 8.2 at max stacks and potentially can reach 11.4 stacks. Let me get into that exactly. She has killed an entire character. Oh, what character, you might ask? She's killed Iris. Iris has now been killed as a character if Showstopper is on the field. If the killer is Showstopper, it's wraps. Because if the killer is Showstopper and the survivor is Iris, it is over. Because you're now hurting your team by existing in this game. If you drop your pot, you are hurting your team. If you're not dropping your pot, you're also hurting your team. If you don't have no ability. So you're honestly better off body blocking for your team than anything, because if the Showstopper is smart enough, what they will do is they will let you live till the end of the fucking game and let you be like one of the last people they kill, because remember, Showstopper doesn't have stacks anymore. She has no max stacks. She just keeps gaining them. So there is no max stacks. The trade-off is just that she can only get them on downs. Well, guess what? She now counters Iris, because like I said before, she can technically reach up to a speed of 11.4. 11.4. Now, if we're being realistic, the speed, the chances of the type of speed that she'll get, if the Iris can get off a couple of pots, will be like 9 speed. You will have 9 speed on average. If Iris is on there and she's actually dropping her pot. Iris is basically obsolete when she's on the field. Like, how do you manage to make a complete killer kill another survivor like this? How do you manage to do this? Like, and Iris already had bad times because she's by far the most tunneled survivor. Tunnel simulator right there. Now you've basically took the tunneling off of her and then just provided it onto her teammates. That's what you've done with the Showstopper buff. Why would you even change her speed? Just bring her speed back to what it was before originally. I don't think that it'll be that bad. But you have made her pre-nerf. You have now made a pre-nerf principal that gets to walk the map after downing everyone once. You can get everyone down before, this is, mind you, downs. You don't need to kill them to get this speed yet. So you could get all this by the time that there's still like 5 gens at least left in the map. So at that rate, you are now a pre-nerf principal walking around the map. And we all know how deadly Principal is if you're patient with him. And mind you, his lunge was a lot worse, but he got the trade-off of 8 speed. Her lunge doesn't get worse. Her lunge stays the same. So she's basically a better Principal now. She's basically a better oh my God, y'all are so fucking stupid. What was going through your minds when you were making these changes? Oh, we got the PTS, we can fix it. This shouldn't have even happened. It's like you don't listen to your fucking community. I'm sorry, it's just true. Even the bad players, I still feel like you don't listen to that much anyways. I mean, that's a good thing, but I'm just mentioning how the fuck does someone make a suggestion, it gets a lot of upvotes, and then y'all do the exact opposite of what that suggestion adds. That means us as a community are agreeing on that change. And if it fumbles and bad, we can put that on us and not you. I feel like you're scared that it's all gonna come back on you or something. I don't know what it is, but let's fix it, because Showstopper you did nothing. You've done absolutely nothing to her. You're like, oh, well, this is to help her because, she's the most aggravating. Well, you made her even worse. You made her gain more speed than she was originally gaining when she had max stacks that she could reach. Now she doesn't have a max stack range that she can reach, and she gets more speed on top of that, and can potentially get up to 11.4 fucking speed. Bro, she's basically moving at a experiment travel speed, burrow speed. She's practically moving around that same speed. That's not okay. There's like, oh yeah, it's situational to Iris being in there. No, let's fix it. Like, add a max stack, please. Make the max stacks 8, and then to keep the same thing to every way it was before, or something. Do something, because this just isn't working out. I'm sorry, it's just not, hun. This situation needs to be fucking changed, because these changes are not fucking it. Brenda or whoever made all these changes or something, please fix it. This is just fucking stupid. I'm sorry. Anyways, we're done here. I'm done. I don't have much to even fucking say no more. But this shit is just so fucking stupid and it's pissing me the fuck off. Oh my God, we're done.